Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well this afternoon. Today is Friday, and you know what that means? It's time for the Premier predictions for this weekend's game week number 23. There's some huge games to watch. There's two London derbies and a big old rivalry. And what I mean is Leeds United versus Manchester United will be the is the old rivalry. There's a London derby. There's two of them. Chelsea, West Ham versus Chelsea, and also versus Brentford. And then on Monday night, it's the Merseyside derby. That is the game of the weekend. Well, it should be Leeds versus Manchester United because the rivalry, but the Merseyside derby is the game of the weekend because both stadiums, the Goodison Park and Anfield, is at Liverpool, and their stadium is not that far. It's really not that far. So that's why that's got to be the game of the weekend, the Merseyside derby. It's on a Monday night. I'm looking forward to it. I might be doing a live watch on that one on Monday, so make sure you guys check that out. And on Sunday, I'll be doing the old rivalry between Leeds United and Manchester United tomorrow. So make sure you also guys check that out. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to those games. So yeah, two London derbies, one Merseyside derby, and the old rivalry. That's why I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to that. So yeah, before we get started, if you guys haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new. Smash a like if you enjoyed this video. Click the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you click the share button so that you guys in the comments down below can give your predictions for this weekend's Game Week 23 in the Premier League. Let me know your predictions and I'll react to them and see if I agree or disagree with or what you said in the comments below. Alright, so without further ado, let's start off with my predictions for this weekend's Game Week number 23. Alright, so the first game is the first derby, and it's the London derby at the London Stadium, and it's West Ham United versus Chelsea, and it's at 12:30 p.m. kickoff. Now this game is not now for 12:30 p.m. especially for the Big Six, it's not really that great. It's not really that great because last weekend Arsenal lost against Everton. And not only was the 12:30 p.m. kickoff, that was because, and also it was the new manager bound. So yeah, Arsenal, they don't do well at 12:30 p.m. kickoffs. The same thing goes to Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. Our last 12:30 p.m. kickoff we drew against Liverpool. So you can tell and plus when Man City face Brentford at 12:30 p.m. kickoff, they've lost. They've lost 2-1. So that tells you that big teams don't like it when they have to play in the 12:30 p.m. kickoff. So, yeah, so Chelsea going to the London Stadium to face West Ham. Chelsea only beat West Ham twice at the London Stadium. That was during the pandemic, 2021 to 2022, when we beat them 1-0, and it was a team of Werner that scored the only goal. Oh, sorry, no. 2020/2021 season, yeah, where we beat them 1-0. That was on that was under Thomas Tuchel when Timo Werner scored to make it 1-0. And then in the 2016 to 17 season, when we won the league, we beat them 2-1, and that was Diego Costa and Eden Hazard to score those two goals. So yeah, every time we go to the London Stadium, we just have a really poor record. Last season, Masuaku scored that brilliant goal, which Medi should have done better. He had a really bad game. They beat us 3-2, and then in the 2018 to 19 season, it was 0-0 under Mauricio Sarri, which wasn't good. And then under Antonio Conte, 2017 to 18 season, we've lost to them 1-0. So you can tell, I think over the last maybe 5 or 6 appearances at the London Stadium, we've only beat them twice, which is not good enough. So yeah, that place is a bogey team for Chelsea. We just don't look good to beat West Ham at London Stadium, which is not that great. How comes that West Ham only beat Chelsea twice, at Stamford Bridge, but then we don't end up beating. But then we only beat them twice at the London Stadium. It's really not good enough, man. We should be beating West Ham. But do I think we're gonna do it? No. You know why? It's because it's a trophy to play and kickoff. And I was confident against Fulham, but that just fallen in my phrase. So yeah, I don't know why I predicted that win. So if you guys want my honest to truth, I'm gonna go for West Ham winner for 1-0. For me, the only way I see Chelsea win is Graham Potter doesn't start Kai Havertz or Mount and Ziyech or Conor Gallagher. But do I think he will do that? Yes, he will, because he knows he can always trust on Kai Havertz, Mount, and all that stuff. So if he does that, West Ham are winning. But if he drops them on the bench and puts in the players that we want and start with the mixture for 4-2-3-1 instead of for 4-3-3, then maybe I can see Chelsea win. But to be honest with you, you start. I'm not sure which formation he will start, and I know he will start Kai Havertz, Mount Ziyech, and Conor Gallagher starting lineup. So for me, it's at 12:30 p.m. We don't do good at the London Stadium against West Ham, so I'm just gonna go for 1-0. I feel I wanted to go for like a 0-0 because when Bade Shield and Thiago Silva play as the back two, we keep a clean sheet. You know, when Bade Shield make his debut, he kept a clean sheet. Then the game against Liverpool, he kept a clean sheet, and now Fulham last Friday, he kept a clean sheet. So I wanted to go for a 0-0, but honestly, I just don't see that happening. I feel like when Bade Shield and Thiago Silva play each other, they will concede. You know, they will concede, but let's hope they prove me wrong. So I wanted to go for 0-0, but to be honest with you, the way we're playing, I don't think we're gonna get a draw, you know. But I don't see us winning that game. So it's either gonna be a draw or a loss. So for me, as I'm recording this right now on Friday, I'm gonna have to go for West Ham win. I am not confident in this game at all. I'm not confident. And make sure you check out the match preview that will be later on today when I tell you guys why I'm not confident in that game. I've already said to you like a few bits, but there will be more information on the match preview, so make sure you guys check that out. So yeah, so for that one, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 West Ham United win. Alright, moving on into another derby, a London derby this time. It's Arsenal against Brentford. Now, Arsenal lost their game against Everton, which I don't know why I predicted an Arsenal win, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was a little blip. Just remember that Arsenal lost. I think they lost 4 games in all competitions. The first loss was against Manchester United in the Premier League at Old Trafford in September. Then lost against PSV away from home in the Europa League. Then they lost against Manchester City away from home in the FA Cup, and they lost against Everton away from home. Actually, sorry, 5 competitions, yeah, and they lost against Brighton at the Emirates 3-1. So just remember, they've only lost 5 games. This is their second loss in the Premier League. So I still think that Arsenal still have a chance of winning this title. If they bottled it, then I'll be laughing. The rest of the Wigan fans love it. But listen, I'm still taking Arsenal seriously. They are 100% in the title race. If they win it, then boy, I'll be very surprised because nobody, even me, would have predicted Arsenal to win the league, to be in first place. None of us. So yeah, I still think Arsenal will bounce back, but it's a really tough test because Brentford are on the form of their life. I can't remember the last time they've ever lost a game, you know. So for me, this has been a really tough test for Arsenal. But listen, it's at the Emirates. Only Brighton gone there and beat them. But that was in the Carabao Cup. In the Premier League, they're still unbeaten at the Emirates. So even though this is a tough test for Arsenal, I think they'll bounce back. So for that game, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Arsenal win. I feel like that game against Everton was a blip, but I feel like they will bounce back. You know, they will bounce back. And plus, there's no new manager bounce. Thomas Frank is still the manager for Brentford. He's still doing well for his team. So, yeah, that is another London derby I'm looking forward to. So, for me, Arsenal, since it's at the Emirates, I'm going to go for 3-0. I think they'll bounce back and get the win, to be honest with you. So, there you go. Oh yeah, this derby, sorry, Crystal Palace vs Brighton. Now you may not think it's the derby, but it's the actual derby because it's called the M23 derby. You know, to get from London to to Brighton, you have to go via the M23. So that's why it's called the M23 Derby. So yeah, Brighton, I mean, Crystal Palace don't have a really good record against Brighton, to be honest with you. So, yeah, it's at home. Brighton are playing really good. They're playing really good. They've just managed to beat Bournemouth just about last minute again from Militario. So, yeah. So, listen, Crystal Palace normally do well at home, but yeah, Crystal Palace, I think they've lost their last game or something like that. I can't remember who they faced against, but yeah, it's going to be difficult for them because Brighton are playing really good. They're in the top six, and if they can keep this up, maybe they can finish in the top six for the first time in history. And who would have thought that would ever happen? Because we don't see Brighton finish in that position, or Brentford or Fulham. That shows you that they're the three teams that are overachieving. The same thing for Arsenal. So for me, for this game tomorrow, I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Brighton win. I feel like Crystal Palace will frustrate them up until the last minute. I feel like Militario will score in the last minute of the game, just like he did for against Liverpool and for Bournemouth. So to me, 1-0 to Brighton. It's going to be a winning topic because Selhurst Park isn't the best place to go, but I think they'll win. So that's why I'm going to have to go for a 1-0 Brighton win on that one. So yeah. Okay, so the next one. This one is interesting. Fulham against Forest. Forest are out of the relegation zone because they're in really good form. For Fulham, they've beaten Sunderland just about 3-2 in the FA Cup, so both teams are on form. Now, since this is at home, I wanted to go for the win, but because Nottingham Forest are starting to pick up points and, starting to be a team that looks like they're about to be relegated, but that didn't happen, Steve, I forgot who their manager is. Let me just have a look. Who is the manager for Nottingham Forest? Let me just have a quick look because I keep on forgetting. Who is their manager? Yeah, they've won against Leeds United the last time. So yeah, who is their manager? Sorry. Yeah, Steve Cooper. Yeah, that's it. So Steve Cooper. Um, when he signed that contract, I was thinking, is that the right decision? It looks like it is because Nottingham Forest are in the form and they're unbeaten in all in the Premier League. So yeah, I feel like for me, I'm gonna have to. This has a draw all over it. I'm gonna go for 1-1. I feel like Fulham will play the best game, but I feel like Nottingham Forest will just find a way to frustrate them and stop them from getting the 3 points in that game. So a draw is gonna be for that one, 1-1 between Fulham and Nottingham Forest in that one. So yeah, 1-1 in that game. Leicester City against Tottenham Hotspur. Now remember last season, Steven Bergwijn scored a late winner to make it 3-2 after Leicester City were just 2-1 up before the 90th minute. So yeah, let's not forget, Leicester City beat Aston Villa in the Midlands Derby 4-2, which nobody expect that because it's at Villa Park, it's under Unai Emery. That's why I went for an Aston Villa win. But for Leicester to put 4 past Aston Villa, honestly, that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. For Tottenham, I don't know why I didn't predict them a win because once again, Man City lost to them at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium again, and they still couldn't score. Like Man City, the last 5 games have 5 losses and scored none of them in all competitions. So yeah, I want to say congratulations to Harry Kane. He broken the record as the all-time Tottenham Hotspur goal scorer on 267 goals, and he scored 200 goals in the Premier League. So for me, he's the Tottenham's legend. But for him to be truly the legend and the greatest footballer of all time, he needs to win a trophy. Like because for me, he cannot be like Lewandowski or Karim Benzema or Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, because they are legends for their club. Barcelona, Lionel Messi is the legend. Cristiano Ronaldo is Real Madrid's legend. Lewandowski is Bayern Munich's legend. Karim Benzema, by still Real Madrid's legend, but for Harry Kane, in order for him to be like them, he needs to win a trophy. So I still think he's a legend, but he's not like Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, and all that stuff. So he still needs to win a trophy. But well done to Harry Kane, you're the all-time goal scorer, and welcome to the 200 club. He's getting close. He's really getting close to breaking Al Shearer's record, but it's going to take a long time. But Harry Kane, well done. And for him to break that record in just one game is unbelievable. So well done to him. Well done to him. So yeah, so this game, I don't know what to predict, because I want to go for Tottenham win, but listen, Leicester City is their last home game. They drew against Brighton, so yeah, this has got to be a draw after that, because to me it's good that they beat Manchester City, but remember when they win one game, they always seem to bottle it the next game. So I feel like this is going to be the same old. So I still think they'll finish in the top four, because Newcastle are starting to slip up just a little bit, and they're only 1 point behind them. So if Tottenham Hotspur win and Newcastle drop points, then they'll be in the top four. And remember, I predicted Newcastle to finish in fifth and Tottenham to finish in fourth. Even though Tottenham don't play the best football, until Conte just seems to find a way to get them into the top four. So to me, I think Tottenham will definitely finish in the top four and Newcastle will finish in the top six. I feel like they'll finish in the Europa League instead of the Champions League, to be honest with you. So yeah, so 2-2 for Tottenham. It's going to be my prediction, because I feel like Tottenham will just be 2-0 up, and then Leicester City will score, just do one in the second half and maybe try and score 2 goals in order for that to make a draw. If they beat Tottenham, then that would be good, because if you look at the table, oh, where's my phone gone? If you look at the table, Tottenham, Leeds United right now are, sorry, not Leeds United, um, uh, Leicester City are just 3 points above the relegation. So if they win, there'll be 6 points, depending if Everton lose that game. So if they win, then that'll be good. Then possibly next season they'll still be in the Premier League. So yeah, but I feel like both teams will just share the points. So I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw on that one. Right, Southampton against Wolves. Now, Wolves done a really good job of beating Liverpool, their biggest win ever, because they don't really usually score. They usually score maybe once or maybe twice against Liverpool, but the fact they beat them 3-0 was really, really good. So yeah, and they barely score goals, but I predicted Wolves to beat Liverpool, and that's exactly what they done. So well done to them. For Southampton, though, Nathan Jones hasn't been really making Southampton, get above be out of the relegation. So because if you look at them, they're in what bottom? They're on 15 points and they're 4 points behind West Ham United. So to me, Southampton, if they don't improve, they could be relegated, and nobody, even me, would expect that to happen. Nobody. So for me, Southampton really need to win this game and make sure that West Ham don't win against Chelsea, which I don't think it will happen. So for me, Southampton will win. But do I think they will do that? No, because Ross under their manager is improving. So for me, I feel sorry for Southampton, especially for the fans. So to me, I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Wolves win. I feel like that win against Liverpool is big, and they'll be super confident to go to face Southampton away from home and to beat them, because they're rock bottom. So yeah, so Wolves were in the relegation zone for a few months, but they're out of it because look, they're only 2 points above Everton. So if they win, which I think they will, they'll be 5 points clear. So yeah, Wolves need to win, and I think they will do that. So they're going to beat Southampton 2-0 at St Mary's tomorrow. And then the last Saturday game is Bournemouth against not Leeds, Newcastle United. Now, this game, I feel like Newcastle will drop points, because if you look at them, yeah, they've been getting draws, They've been getting draws. If you look at this year, let me just have a look. They in the Premier League, They drew against West Ham. They drew against Newcastle. Um, They've beaten Fulham just about, but it should have been a draw, to be honest with you. And they drew against Arsenal and they drew against Leeds United. So, yeah, if you look at the table, they're in fourth place and they're 1 point ahead of Tottenham. So, I feel like Newcastle fans will be too worried of missing out in the top four because they were in the final. And if you ask any Newcastle fans, they will tell you they want to just win a trophy than to finish in the top four because they haven't won a trophy since for 55 years. So there you go. So to me, so I don't think Newcastle will be that bothered. Of course, they want to be in the Champions League, but I won't. But they don't want to be that bothered. They just want to focus on the Carabao Cup final, which is about in 2 weeks' time. So, yeah. So I feel like this is going to be a draw again. I'm going to go for 1-1. I feel like Newcastle will dominate possession, but Bournemouth will just find a way to frustrate them again, just like West Ham did, just like Fulham did, just like Arsenal, and also who was did they draw to? Let me just have a look. Hold on. Who else did they draw to? And just like Leeds United did, yeah. So I'm going to go for a draw. It's going to be 1-1. I mean, if Newcastle win, then that's good. But to me, if they just seem to drop points and allow Man United to be above them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be a draw 1-1. I just don't see just both teams winning, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm just going to go for a draw on that one. All right, the next one is Leeds United against Manchester United, the old rivalry. I'll be definitely doing a live watching on that one, so make sure you guys check that out. Now, these two will be facing each other yet again, and this is the first time I think in Premier League history that these two will be facing back to back because these two faced each other at Old Trafford 2 days ago on a Wednesday, and it ended in a draw. And Leeds United will be kicking themselves because they were 2-0 up, but they bottled it. They absolutely bottled it. I would have thought that it since it's the new manager bounce, I would have gone for Leeds win, but this was the no manager bounce, to be honest with you. So yeah, but that game is at home, so I should have realized that maybe this game could be a draw instead of a Leeds win because Manchester United are still unbeaten at Old Trafford. Like no team has ever gone to Old Trafford and beat them other than Brighton, to be honest with you. So there you go. So to me, Leeds United will be kicking themselves. But this one, since it's at Ellen Road, many Manchester United fans will be hoping for a win against Leeds United at Old Trafford and maybe a point at home. But since they drop points to Leeds United at Old Trafford, they're expecting a win against Leeds United at Ellen Road. But do I see that happening? No, because the fans will be up for it. The atmosphere will be electric, and the players need to step up because Leeds United right now are in 16th place, just 1 point above the relegation zone. So if they do win, then they'll be 4 points clear of the bottom, depending on how Everton do. So yeah, so Leeds United need to get this win. So yeah, I know I went for Leeds win at Old Trafford, but I was so stupid to think that they would do it at Old Trafford. But to me, I think that it's going to be a two. I feel like Leeds United will get the win because I'm not sure if the new manager will come in this Sunday. We shall wait and see. But since it's at Ellen Road, I'm going to go for 2-1. I feel like they will finally beat Manchester United for the first time since they last appeared in the Premier League. So yeah, because when it's the new manager bounce, when Man United face Aston Villa, they've lost. So if the new manager comes in on Sunday, and since it's at Ellen Road, I feel like they're going to win. So I'm going to go for 2-1. I feel like Rashford will score, but for Leeds United, I think Summerfield will score. Maybe Patrick Bamford too. Depends if he starts against Manchester United on Sunday. So yeah, so I'm gonna go for a Leeds United win of 2-1 in that one on Sunday. Looking forward to that one. The next one is Manchester City against Aston Villa. Of course, Aston Villa lost their Midlands derby against Leicester City 4-2, and for Manchester City they've lost against Tottenham. So both teams lost their last game. So for this one, when these two face each other on the last day of the season in the 2021/2022, Man City scored late. I think it was Ikan Goodwin in the 86th minute, and that what makes them to win the title. So I don't feel like this game is going to be the same thing because Man City, if they don't improve, I don't think they'll win the title. So this one is going to be different. So yeah, it's only Brentford that went to at the Etihad and beat them, and also Everton went there and they drew to them. So yeah, but for me, I feel like Man City will bounce back. They have to, and Erling Haaland will be so frustrated in that game because this is the first time since September 2020 when he played for Borussia Dortmund that he had zero shots in the whole game. Zero shots. Like Tottenham just frustrated Man City, especially Erling Haaland. They knew how to stop him. So there you go. There you go. So I think Man City will bounce back, and I think Erling Haaland will get back to scoring goals. So I'm gonna go for 3-0 Manchester City win. I feel like the players need to pass the ball to Erling Haaland like he wants them to, and so that he can score, and maybe Man City will get the win. So there. So yeah, Man City will bounce back and they will definitely win against Aston Villa. If they don't, then I feel like this title will just be out of their hands, and also will definitely win the title this season. So yeah, so I feel like Man City will bounce back and get that win. So 3-0 to them is going to be my prediction. And then the last game of Game Week 23 is the Merseyside Derby, Monday Night Football, Liverpool against Everton at Anfield. Now, when these two face each other, Everton frustrate Liverpool because Liverpool dominated possession, but they ended in a draw, and Everton could have won, They really could have won. But they didn't. But at least they got a draw to, which is really good. So I know Everton fans will be confident because they beat Arsenal, the league leaders, under Sean Dyche, and yeah, they know it's going to be difficult. But if Sean Dyche just outclass Jurgen Klopp like he did Mikel Arteta, then I think Everton will win. And let's not forget, this situation happened 2 years ago under Carlo Ancelotti. Liverpool should have won at the end, but the VAR gave the offside, which I think that was wrong. But that game ended at 2-2. And then at Anfield, they've beaten Liverpool at Anfield and also beat Liverpool for the first time in I don't know when, and that ended at 2-0. So I feel like this could be the same, I feel like that big win against Arsenal will give them confidence against Liverpool. And if you ask Liverpool fans if they're confident in the game against Everton, they will say no, because their pressing has been really great. Like, this is going to be the worst season that Liverpool ever had, because 3 seasons ago their pressing is first, and first. But right now this season their pressing is in 16th. They haven't been really scoring goals. Since the World Cup, the only player who scored for Liverpool twice was the Leicester defender Faes, when he scored those 2 on goals and Leicester not got knocked out. So that tells you that Liverpool are struggling, like I predict before the season starts. Many people thought I was talking rubbish, but look at Liverpool. They're out of the FA Cup. They're out of the Carabao Cup. They're still in the Champions League. But I see them beating Real Madrid. No. So that means they're not going to win the trophy. They're not in the title race, and they're definitely not going to finish in the top 4. And they're in 10th place too. So I knew Liverpool would struggle. And that's why people said, people apologize for not believing me. Because I'm always speaking of facts. When they struggled in pre-season, I knew that this is going to be the same thing for the Premier League. And not only that, for the Champions League, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup too. So there you go. So for this game on Monday, which I'm definitely going to be doing a live watch along, I'm going to go for 2-0 Everton. I feel like Sean Dyche, and remember that Sean Dyche, when he was the Burnley manager, beat Liverpool at Anfield for the first time since 2 or 3 years, because Liverpool want Anfield to be the fortress and tried to beat Chelsea, but couldn't manage to do that. So when Burnley beat them 1-0, I was celebrating, because Stamford Bridge is still a fortress. No team can ever go on the 86 unbeaten one. So there you go. So it remains the only team that ever ever wins the most matches unbeaten at home. So Burnley beat them 1-0. They've beat Liverpool at Anfield and stopped their unbeaten one at Anfield. So I feel like Sean Dyche, if he could do that for Burnley, I know he can do that for Everton. So that's why to me, I don't know where Liverpool are going to score goals or even win the game. So yeah, Everton will just frustrate Liverpool more and put more pressure on the managerial club and for the owners FFG. So yeah, 2-0 to Everton is going to be my prediction on that one, the Merseyside derby. So they'll beat Liverpool at Anfield like they did 2 years ago. So there you go. All right, that is all my Premier predictions. Let me go through them one more time. So the London derby, the first one I've gone for a West Ham United win, 1-0 against Chelsea. Then another London derby, I went for a Arsenal 3-0 win against Brentford at the Emirates. Then the N23 derby, I've gone for a slight 1-0 win for Brighton against Crystal Palace. Then I've gone for 1-1 draw between Fulham and Nottingham Forest. Then also gone for a 2-2 draw between Leicester City and Tottenham Hotspur. Then the next game I went for a 2-0 Wolves win against Southampton. Then I've gone for a 1-1 draw between Bournemouth and Newcastle United. Then the next one I've gone for a Manchester United Leeds United win against Manchester United on the rivalry. Then I've gone for 3-0 Manchester City win against Aston Villa. And then finally on the Merseyside derby, I've gone for a 2-0 Everton win against Liverpool. So yeah, that is it. So there you go. So that is all my Premier predictions for game week number 23. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget, in my match preview, I'm going to be talking about the Chelsea one because we had the draw in the quarter-final, the semi-final, the final draw early on today, and so I'm going to be talking about that. Then I'll be going to be talking about the European Super League because it's returning, it's back, so I'm going to be talking about that. Then I'll be talking about what Graham Potter said in his press conference early on today, and then I'm going to be telling you guys what my predicted lineup is, who I think should start in the game against West Ham tomorrow, and what's my prediction. Well, we've already seen what my prediction is, and so yeah, I'm going to repeat that for the match preview later on today. So yeah, so that is going to be all the things I'm going to be talking about in my match preview later on today. So make sure you guys check that out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, if you are new, hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell notification so that I never miss any of my YouTube content, because tomorrow there's going to be a West Ham United versus Chelsea live watch along. Then after that, the match reaction. Then on Sunday, I'm going to be doing a Leeds United versus Manchester United live watch along. And then on Monday night, I'll be doing a Merseyside derby between Liverpool and Everton at Anfield. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out. So yeah, click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Click the share button so that you guys can let me know in the comments down below what's your prediction for game week number 23 in the Premier League this weekend. So yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look after yourselves, take care, and as always, peace. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching.